Hey everybody, 3KO Games here, and the Soul Exchange is back. We've known for about a week who the heroes are going to be. Things got leaked, and there have been some excellent videos out there. Please go check out some of our other wonderful content creators and their thoughts. It's just time for me to make my thoughts about the 15 heroes here that are available for you to trade in for if you've got some 5-star heroes you want to get rid of. Let's jump in and talk about the row of 10. 10 heroes that you're willing to trade in. These are the heroes you can get. First of all is Jet. People keep saying he, but I think it's like Joan Jett, right? Like, I love rock and roll, like early 80s punk rock singer. Anyway, that's Jet. Magic hero. So we have that magic speed, 1 or 2 times mana charge. It's basically very fast and slow. So, very fast. The drawback to a lot of the magic heroes is that they're very fast, like 1-time mana charge is like, oh, well, that's fine. You really don't want to use that. So you have to wait for the second mana charge, which takes a long time. The first mana charge is 290% damage to the target, so to 1. And that target gets some poison damage over 3 turns, 588, and that caster absorbs 100% of that dealt poison damage as health. In a pinch, you could just use her first mana charge. Maybe she's really low on health for some reason. The second mana charge, though, is 300% damage to all enemies, plus all enemies receive 730 poison damage over 5 turns. This is with max power preview off. If you go all in on emblems and limit breaks, that increases to 1110 poison damage over 5 turns, which is a pretty good number. Caster and all their allies absorb 30% of all that poison damage as health. So, a lot of people are like, oh my god, don't take Jet. I have a different magic hero that I like to use all the time, Willow. And you've got to be patient, because like I'll resist using Willow's first charge, because it's a kind of a weak hit. It's like, whatever. But that second charge, with a huge counterattack, can really do some stuff. Is that second charge worth waiting for? Can it turn the tide in a battle? Can it maybe even end the battle? With Willow, I think so. With Jet, maybe. So if you are really lacking in purple heroes, and you've got 10, I think Jet could be useful on your offense. I don't think she's a defensive hero at all. But anyway, my thoughts about Jet. Xavier, yellow super elemental hero. So another hero that you can use on your offense. I don't recommend for defense. 280% damage to the target. If he's the only holy hero on your team. If one ally is of the holy element, now we are hitting a target and nearby at 290%. If 2 allies are of the holy element, that damage will increase to 300%. So I guess we went 280, 290, 300, right? And that's still the same with max power preview on. It's going to hit all at 300%. And it reduces the mana of all hit enemies by 20%. So, on a yellow attacking team, and I don't have a yellow attacking team. I have yellow support, so I'm usually bringing in 2 at a time. But maybe you do. If you've got a yellow attacking team, he could be really useful. A nice big hit to everybody, and reduce mana of all enemies by 20%. That's very useful. But if you're not going to go all in with at least 3 holy heroes, he's probably not that worth it. There's Xavier. Blossom. Blossom is the steal in the 10 soul row. Excellent healer. Recovers 45% health for all allies. Dispels buffs from all enemies. And then recovers even more health, 70 health per each removed status effect for all allies. Up to 560 health in total. Add to that, haven't been talking that much about the passives and family bonuses here. Just wanted to do a quick overview of all these heroes, but it's important to recognize that she has that construct repair core. So along with what's written down here, she can recover an additional up to 25% health. It's a very big health recovery, plus dispels buffs. Excellent hero, a steal for 10 souls. Sobek. I love Sobek. I used to use Sobek all the time. Damages all at 290% and attacks or bypasses attack or defensive buffs. So counterattack in particular is the one that most people use him for. You get a counterattacker, it doesn't matter, he just goes right through. But the stats are just so low on Sobek. I don't think he's worth it, even at 10 souls. You'd have to go all in on emblems and limit break to make him last a little bit, and then he's still not going to be as powerful as another blue hero that you drum up. Sobek, my least exciting hero in this 10 hero row. Finally, Februus from the Masked God, a Carnival of Gods family. Slow speed hero. Destroys all fiends from all allies. Cleanses status ailments from all allies. And then all allies regenerate a ton. 1190 HP over 5 turns. And which can't be dispelled. And all enemies receive 815 poison damage over 5 turns. This effect can't be dispelled. Those numbers do not go up. Oh, the poison damage does go up with max power preview. To 1205 poison damage over 5 turns can't be dispelled. He's a slow speed hero. And sometimes you're willing to wait for that slow speed special. I don't know that I'm always willing to wait for the slow speed special. If you are playing against an enemy with a bunch of fiends, okay. But hopefully at slow speed they haven't just wrecked you by the time you get your mana charged. Rush War, enemy with lots of fiends. Okay, it could work. Even we have these bloody battle wars coming up. Even there, you just take his regenerate 1190 HP over 5 turns line out, and you still cleanse all the fiends, cleanse status, destroy fiends, cleanse status ailments, and give the enemy uncleansable poison damage. Maybe that's okay. Again, at slow speed, I want to know that this special is at least totally turning the tide, if not just basically ending the battle. And I don't think it's quite that strong. But in a pinch, I feel like I need this hero. I need a green hero. It's Rush War, and it's maybe these bloody battle wars coming up. So, first row. Blossom is the automatic yes. Just tell me who's best. It depends on your roster, but okay. Blossom is the best. I think Jet and Xavier are behind her. Feberus is behind that, and Sobek is in last place for me.
15 souls. We have, from the second wave of ninjas, a purple 5-star Amethyst. When you look at these stats, it's pretty low. The team power, 867. We have kind of a group of heroes here that are around 950, and a group of heroes here that are at around 850. And of course, the latest meta heroes are topping 1100 now. So, I should have said this before, I hope you know, but anybody you're grabbing from the Soul Exchange, you're going to have to use max emblems and at least LB1 to make them effective in wars if you are facing tough opponents, right? But she is someone I'm definitely considering, even though that team power is pretty low. And here's why. No matter what mana charge Amethyst is at, all enemies get 200% damage and get a Ninja Assassin Fiend. This Fiend damages its target with 59% attack every turn. And it absorbs healing, disappears after absorbing 32% of its target's max health with healing. So even with a fast charge, 2-3 tile matches, and she's ready to go, you can get a Fiend on everybody. This is different from the other Fiends that usually increase first charges one enemy, second charges hit 3, and then third charges hit all. This wave of ninjas hits all on everything. So especially with these bloody battle wars coming up, Amethyst, if you don't have a lot of Fiends, getting Fiends on those enemies so that they can't get it away, getting those Fiends on the enemies right away is a real advantage to Amethyst. Definitely a top consideration in the second row. Ferdinand, great healer, was a premier support hero and healer a little while ago. But as you can see, 835 team power means these stats are pretty low. But what he does, cleanses status ailments from all allies, priority cleanse, plus all allies get a defense up and become soul connected, so they share received damage with each other. They reflect status ailments and negative stacks, and they heal. He does so much stuff, especially in like a buff booster type situation. He's really, really strong, but you have to be definitely willing to LB1, if not LB2, to make him stand up to the heroes that we're facing now. And for me personally, I have a couple of other yellow healers, support heroes, that I like very much and still can stand up to everybody else. So Ferdinand is not the choice for me. Aradia, from the Masked God family. She's more of the 950 power group here. She reduces max health of all enemies by 570, and it's stronger against targets with boosted health. Plus, all enemies receive burn damage, 744 over 4 turns. And all enemies get negative 75% decrease for any boosted health received in 4 turns. I wish it were just negative 75% healing in general. That would make this a no-brainer. But the boosted health, negative 75% of that is still useful some of the time. The max health reduction, especially against people with boosted health, is pretty great. Burn damage is not bad, and that's without emblems or limit break. That can get to 1144 with max emblems and limit break. And then the decrease in healing there. Pretty good. Aradia, pretty solid choice in second row. Camilla. Now, I was saying before about Jet and these magic heroes that a lot of the first mana charge are kind of throwaway skills. Like, I don't really like it. Her first mana charge is not that bad. if you need a quick heal, Camilla's going to be ready to boost the health of all your allies by 400, which is not bad. Plus, they get a defense against special skill. The second mana charge is really where Camilla shines, and she used to be such a dominant hero. Reduces max health of all by 800, stronger against boosted health, and then all enemies get negative 54% defense against special skills for 5 turns. So she can't do the job by herself, but as long as you have a couple of other strong hitters to follow up her negative defense against special skills, your opponents will really suffer quite a bit. So unlike some of the other magic heroes that we've talked about, I feel like these 2 mana charge specials are closer together in utility. A quick little heal is just fine. The second mana charge, I don't feel is quite as devastating as some of the other ones we've looked at, but it's still pretty good. Camilla, not a bad choice in the row of 15. Finally, Boom and Fang in this row. First goblin that we've released in Soul Exchange, and this is of that kind of second wave of goblins where they started releasing the mega minions. Boom and Fang gets a white boar mega minion, 65% HP, 250% attack. When summoned, this mega minion gives its owner the ability to counterattack with 100% of the damage. Can't dispel that damage, you just gotta beat through that mega minion. So, if you can bring somebody who can get around counterattack, you're in business. Otherwise, you just kind of have to power through Boom and Fang, which is not actually that hard. If you've got a good healer, some other defense up, the counterattack won't necessarily take you out. And then once the Mega Minion's gone, she'll be okay to take out, I think. Boom and Fang, not my favorite. Not my favorite goblin, not my favorite hero in this 15 soul row. I just don't think she does enough. When you think about everything that Pepper Flame or Dark Feather or whoever do from about the same time period, she's just, or he, I don't know, just not as strong. So, 15 soul row. Top picks for me are Amethyst. I think that could work for just about anybody's roster, and Aradia. I think they're both very strong. Could be useful in your roster. To me, Ferdinand, only if you really need a yellow healer and are really willing to sink in all of the materials to go double limit break. And in that case, do you have another yellow, more meta hero to double limit break? I don't know. Camilla is still pretty strong. Amethyst or Aradia for me. Distant second, considering Camilla. Distant third, considering Ferdinand. And way at the bottom, my priority here is Boom and Fang. 20 souls. We have a pretty good row down here. Lots of different things you could consider. Luna is a top consideration for everybody. She used to just wreck every team, and she still wrecks a lot of teams. Recovers 20% health for the caster and nearby allies. And then, as we know, the caster and nearby allies shoot a moonbeam at a random enemy for 3 turns. And each moonbeam does 140% damage and reduces the mana of each hit enemy by 5%. I don't care if it's 5% or 10% or 1%, it's still so frustrating because you can't fire your special. And it's usually whoever you have on the team that dispels, that gets hit. So you can never dispel it, and it's so frustrating. If you don't have good purple mana control, Luna is a great pick at 20 souls. I think the Mane of the Green Gargoyle is doing what Luna did, even stronger these days. But Luna is still worth it. Erlang Shen from the War of Three Kingdoms used to just dominate War Equalizer because he gives damage to the target, minor damage to nearby enemies, and then gets that negative attack to target and nearby enemies for 3 turns. And if that effect is removed, target with the effect suffers 514 damage, scaling up to 788 damage with emblems and limit break. During Equalizer, this is a really useful skill. He was one of the first to have that skill, and then of course we've got Pepper Flame and Poppet, and Starwalker, and a bunch of others that do something similar. If you are all in on War Equalizer, but don't have one of those other heroes to do that kind of damage once the Equalizer goes off, maybe Erlang Shen's okay. But frankly, as dominant as he once was, these stats are getting old. Eventually he will get a costume, I assume, and then we'll see a big resurgence in Erlang Shen's, maybe because of the new costume or maybe just because of that costume bonus. But I feel like at 860 team power, at 844 attack here, he's just not strong enough to match up to some of the top teams that you're going to face right now. Ignacio is a great healer. From the Super Elemental family, at fast speed, he's going to recover 25% health for all allies, plus an additional 3% for each fire shield on the board, up to 55% health in total. Now, you're not often going to get 10 fire shields to get up to that 55% health in total. But you're going to get 5. So you suddenly were recovering 40% health for all allies at fast speed. Pretty good. Plus 50% attack for 4 turns. Plus cleanses all status ailments for all allies. He's a fantastic healer. I'm not considering him because I have a boatload of reds to max, and I think last Soul Exchange, or maybe 2 ago, I grabbed Phenexa, who does some similar things to what he does, and I'm very happy with her. Now, the thing is, he's an excellent healer. Is he worth 10 more souls than Blossom? I am not sure. If she were at 15 and he were at 20, I would understand that. Or if she were at 10 and he was at 15, I'd think they were both steals. But right now, the steal is Blossom at 10, and Ignacio's solid at 20. So if you have the heroes, you're trying to free up roster space and you need a healer, go for Ignacio. But if it's hard for you to scrounge up that many heroes to get rid of, but you still want a healer, Blossom is not a disappointing second place at all. Let's keep going here, though. In blue, we've got Oni Wakamaru. From the ninja family, this taunt hero boosts the health of the caster by 390, gets taunt for 2 turns, cannot be dispelled, and counterattacks with 50%. Only 2 turns. Second mana charge, that becomes 3 turns. Bigger counterattack, bigger boost. Third mana charge, even bigger boost. Taunt is 4 turns. Counterattack is bigger for 4 turns. And when we put max power preview on, we can see that can... I guess that doesn't change, does it? Health, counterattack, health, counterattack. No, his emblems and limit break do not change the health boost or the counterattack. So they'll make him more survivable just based on defense and health stats, but nothing to his special skill. Oni Wakamoto is a great taunt hero, and with it not being able to be dispelled, he's useful against people like Bernadette, who dispel and then just hit everybody. So if Bernadette goes off and you have his taunt up, she'll only hit him. And she'll get a little bit of a counterattack. Does she do damage as well, or does she just do the painting thing? I kind of don't remember. But I know that the painting thing is so frustrating. So if you're going to have just one hero on your team as a painting and everybody else can keep hitting and healing or whatever, much better. Other than that, I don't know that he's as useful outside of that Bernadette situation. Not my top choice. Frond, finally, from the Construct family. Fast, speed, hitter. 375% damage to the target and nearby. 900 extra damage if the target has boosted health. Check that out with this. That's the same. All allies' normal attacks and special skills deal plus 85% damage to the targets with boosted health for 3 turns. So he hates boosted health, and he's going to just punish you, and he's going to help the whole team punish you if you have a boosted health hero on your team. Really great hitter. He's gone through a number of buffs, and I think he's pretty good. At 980 team power, his stats are still pretty relevant. Obviously, he's not the highest stat green hero in the game, but he can work for a whole lot of rosters. So, last row. To me, the top picks are Frond and Luna. Ignacio and Oni Wakamoto, depending upon your needs. And as much as it hurts me to say it, I would say skip Erlang Shen. So I wish I could follow up this video with my pick right away, but I'm still struggling. I've been watching all the videos. I've been thinking about it for a week. I'll tell you who my top picks are and some of my reasoning. And if you can help me think through the process, I would love your thoughts. Please comment below. I like Amethyst at 15. She's the only one that I would consider from the 15 row. I need to get rid of some heroes. I need to free up some roster space. Aradia is great, but I have a lot of red heroes waiting. I don't have a lot of purple heroes waiting right now. If I go to 20, I like Luna quite a bit. Again, even though Ignacio's good, I don't need another red hero or a red healer. I love Frond quite a bit, but I have no tonics right now. I'm leveling up Xandrella from the last Soul Exchange right now. She just, I just got her to the 4th stripe of Ascension, so I used up all of my tonics. Got no other tonics, so I'd have to wait for Frond. But I could use a green hitter, very much so. I'm thinking especially about pairing him with Chikao, because Frond can hit the front 3, and then Chikao hits just the wings and keeps them asleep. And I think the combination of those two could be really interesting. But again, have to be patient. The place where I have the most room, I'm still working on Toon, what's his name? The blue guy, not Richard, the other guy. Thorn. Toon Thorn in blue. I've got a ways to go. But after that, I have some room in blue, and I have scopes, and I have blue Ascension mats. I have blue like limit break mats. Oni Wakamoto would be nice to be able to counter Bernadette, and I would probably use him in some other places. But is it too limited? So that's the question. And then there's the question of, do I want to spend all 20 heroes, or do I want to just spend 15 that I feel positive about. Let's scroll through here, see who I have selected, and maybe you can help me. 20 heroes selected, a whole lot of Season 1 heroes. Elena, don't need her. Marjana, already have her. Kagan, already have him. I've got all of these heroes of the month. These are all my Zidanes. Do I keep one? Because right now I'm at exactly 20. If I keep one Zidane, then who do I get rid of? Timothy I've done nothing with. Cookie I've done nothing with. Cleaver I've done nothing with. A second Guardian Kong costume I still think would be great. Have done nothing with the Alucard costume or Cardinal Richelieu. Second Zhao 2. Have done nothing with Pepperflame yet because I'm still finishing up Toon Marjana. Do I get rid of a Zidane here and sacrifice Timothy or Cookie or Cleaver? Not sure. I think the rest of the people waiting here I don't want to get rid of. I mean, I could get rid of Yang Mai. She's all the way maxed out, but like, come on. Like, what am I doing there? These Clarice heroes of the month are pretty good, but this is all of the Clarices. Do I want to hold on to one? In which case, do I want to trade somebody in? I've done nothing with the Vainamoinen costume. I have 2 slow revivers. Do I want to just hold on to either Albie or Mother North? I haven't done anything with either of them anyway. Maybe get rid of Albie, hold on to one Clarice. And then in blue, I think this hero's Hero of the Month, I've got 2 copies, is pretty good. I think there are other people that I want to level up first. Sitting on second Poppet here, second Cabaroy. Then we have second Alassie for the costume. Misty from the seasonal summer thing, the beach party like 2 years ago, still nothing. Hero of the Month, Suzuna, nothing. Magni, don't need him without a costume. Passepartout, I grabbed him from Fated Summons, but I don't really need a blue healer. So what do I do there with blue? And then yellow, I don't think I have any yellows that I really want to get rid of. I've got Constance that I've done nothing with, but I feel like she's pretty good. Second Iron Maw, first Iron Maw is still sitting at 370. Maybe I don't need a second Iron Maw, but gosh, it seems like Iron Maw is pretty strong. Second Cleopatra. Cleopatra is my favorite healer, so maybe I'll finally get around to her. Eloise is at 370, but will I ever use her? I don't know. Baiyong is all the way at 480, but like, really? Do I need him at all? I don't know. And finally, in purple, I kind of don't want to let anybody go in purple. Ursina costume. Lepiota, maybe we'll be able to buy the costume. Guardian Panther, maybe I'll be able to buy the costume. Then Giri and Cecilia, I both think could serve a purpose. And then we get up to my stronger purples. Obviously, I don't have the Diao Chan costume. Maybe I will one day. Agrafena, I'm never really going to bring her to the 4th stripe. Do I get rid of her? So, yeah, everybody, if you have strong feelings to help me out, either which hero to take in the 20 Soul, Ro, Luna, Oni, or Frond, or whether to think about 15 or 20, and maybe 15 and just do Amethyst, or which heroes I should swap out and swap in, I would appreciate your thoughts below. Thank you for sticking around for a big, long video. Good luck in your choice. And let me know who you choose. I'm curious to know. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.